nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
Tango down.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people.
Your rad levels are spiking.
Attention.
The Fridwin is a magnificent ship.
Any personnel who have not completed their annual medical evaluation should report to Knight Captain Cade immediately to schedule an examination.
Yes, sir.
That is all.
Wonderful. And here, for your troubles. There's plenty of material out there, so let me know if you're still interested in lending a hand.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth.
Neither. Not right now.
That's unfortunate.
Here for updates. It's 9 p.m. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
If it was up to me, I'd take every pharaoh, beauty, and synth and shoot them into space.
How'd it go? Successful, I bet.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir. The crops will be available when harvested.
Couldn't have done a better job myself. Here are your caps, as per our agreement. Plenty of farms out there to cross off the list, if you're interested. Those farmers don't know how good they have it. They aren't risking their lives for the greater good.
Reporting for...
Actually, I'm starting to really...
Right.
Got word of another supply...
I'm in.
Knew I could count them. I'll mark the farm on your...
Watch your step on the flight deck. It's a long way down.
Quinlan?
Ah, Knight. You have tech...
I can handle another patrol.
Good. Good. There's too much information out there, and it mustn't go to waste. Meet the scribe on the ground. Your mission is to escort and protect a scribe while locating a data source. Once found, the scribe will extract the data, and you'll return both data and scribe safely back to the base.
Hey.
This is Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's 1 a.m. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Right.
Just try to not capture foot along to this one. I dare you. It's the Uranium Rock Bible Worldsmith.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
That doesn't look half bad.
Feels like you can take on the world in there, doesn't it?
This is Radio Freedom. All quiet. Stay safe out there, people. You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Wait to get out of this goddamn...
Can I help you?
The Brotherhood needs food. Better to donate it willingly and keep them friendly.
We don't need any more enemies. We'll contribute our crops.
It's midnight here at Radio Freedom. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Let's do this.
Roger that. This is the area. Lead on, sir.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Only opens with a key.
It's 8 a.m. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts. This is Radio Freedom.
Hey there.
broadcasting
If Elder
all
Maxon
day,
ordered
Over
me to
here.
follow him to the gates of hell, I'd be the first one to
all
kick them
quiet here.
open.
Stay tuned for additional alerts.
Yes. Excuse me.
There's no time to waste when there's work to be done. There's the terminal.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Information secured. Standing by. For your orders.
Yes.
Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Nice.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Call me old-fashioned. There's nothing better than putting boots on. To you, that doesn't seem old. To me, it's an archaeological relic. Why would politicians need a sporting
Got it.
Hello? Attacking enemy.
Something's out there. Threat neutralized.
You must be terrified.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen.
Area.
All quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Is someone present?
No mercy! Another victory for the Brotherhood.
Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Movement detected.
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone. Did you go?
Please come out. Attacking enemy.
Hello.
Hey,
Where do you want me?
move here.
I'm on it.
Hey.
This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people.
Awaiting your command.
It's getting dark out there, people. Stay safe. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
I heard the Elder Magic.
Attention. Bravo 6-4, report to Armor Bay 2. Bravo 6-4 to Armor Bay 2.
You know those synths with the plastic faces?
You believe synths are replacing humans with exact...
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
Hope you've got some good news for me.
Yes, sir. The crops will be available when harvested.
I knew you'd be the right one for the job. As promised, here are your caps as payment. If you want to hit up another farm, just say the word. Those farmers don't know how good they have it. They aren't risking their lives for the greater good.
Set me up.
Sure, I've got something that'll put a smile on your face.
It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Proctor Tegan.
What brings you to me today?
Reporting for duty.
Good to hear. I've got another farm.
I'm in.
Good. Here's the farm.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen
Finished your
alerts.
mission?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Here's something for your considerable troubles. We'll be sending out scribes again soon, so check back if you can lend a hand.
I can handle another...
Good. Good. There's too much information out there. Meet the scribe on the ground. Once found, the scribe will extract the data, and you'll return.
Her little zoo a bit too much. If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure. Why take the chance?
Morats are gross.
What do you want?
The Brotherhood needs food.
We don't want any trouble. You'll get your donation.
Hi, mister.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Let's do this.
Roger that. I'll mark the location on your map. After you, sir.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Ad Victoriam!
What the?
Huh?
Okay, cut the shit. Who is that?
They gave up.
Disappearing,
ago.
Good afternoon. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, broadcasting across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
I'll find you! Come on out. Hell yes. Trust me.
What was that?
Over here! Over here!
Threat neutralized. Weapons ready!
Reporting that garbage, you're going to slow us down.
Going weapons cold.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom.
Yes.
All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
I'm dead already. Shit! Lost him.
The Commonwealth's a dangerous place. Make sure you gear up before you head out.
Oh, I know you're here. I'll find
you. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
just getting started. Not getting past me.
Another victory for the Brotherhood.
Tired yet? Nice. Oh man, come back. I was having fun.
Hey.
It's 3 p.m.
Carry food with you.
Reacquired.
Area secure.
Heads up.
Go ahead.
Go check that body.
Roger that.
I'll be over soon. No sign of him now.
Come on. Moving out.
Our visual acuity is being reduced to an unacceptable level here.
See what's on him.
No problem.
are tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report.
They carry this much metal, you tend to stay away from the water.
This is Radio Freedom.
Terminal located.
Broadcasting
I'll get started.
all day, all across the Commonwealth. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there. This is Radio Freedom. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there. Of the Minutemen.
Took care of those ghouls that were giving you trouble.
Quiet, which is
You
how we
did?
like it. Stay
That's
safe
great
out there.
news.
Need to get back to Diamond City
Hey there.
one of these days.
So can we stop worrying about paying
Biggest
tribute to
town
those
I ever
raiders?
saw.
They won't be bothering you again.
Thanks. It's good to know we can count on you guys when we're in trouble. I knew you would help us.
Attention all Brotherhood soldiers. If you have not yet received your Squire mentorship assignment, please come see me on the bridge.
Stay safe, people.
Repeat, if you have not received your mentorship assignment, please report to the bridge.
Yes, sir.
That is all.
Good work. Here's a small reward.
Neither. Not right now.
That's unfortunate.
How'd it go? Successful, I bet.
Yes, sir. The crops will be available when harvested.
I knew you'd get that job done. Your payment. Let me know if you feel like heading. These farmers realize what we did for them on a daily basis. They'd be lining up to help.
Nothing today.
Sounds good.
Do you want to have that talk now?
Hey.
Do you want to have that talk now?
Of course. What's on your mind?
Thank you.
This isn't a formal meeting. I simply want to clear the air. I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot when we first met, and I feel like I owe you an apology. Expecting you to embrace the standards of the... And given that you've adjusted...
That's very kind.
Well, you deserve it. When I was an initiate, my sponsor was...
He was a model soldier. From the moment I fought by his side.
Stay safe out there.
It sounds like he was trying.
If he was. After I was promoted, the news was like being... It's taken me a long time to write. It's because I believe...
What happened at Adams?
Back in the capital, they maintained the Brotherhood. Quite a few... He made him...
I'm flattered that you have so much faith in me.
You've earned that faith. Well, I've said what I had to say. I trust you'll keep this in confidence, of course. Some of that information was of a personal nature, and, well, I'd like to keep it that way.
In my experience, hot shots, big mouths, end up with closed chest.
Hey.
What? What do you want?
AM here at Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All quiet, which is how we like it. Stay safe out there, people. tuned to Radio Freedom. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Oh, yes. Can I help you? Bother her.
Yeah, I have this bloat fly.
With a field trip, of course. These glands are definitely the... Here's a little reward.
Where's that soldier?
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Alert! I've just been notified of a kidnapping. Minutemen, please respond if you're in the area. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
You've got to help. They kidnapped my friend.
It's okay. You just need to tell me what happened.
They said they'd be back for the ransom.
Don't worry. I'll get her back.
We asked the Minutemen for help, but I didn't really think anyone would come. Just bring her back safe, okay?
Hi, how are you?
Business is good.
Hey, Lucas.
My armor saved many a wastelander.
I'll take a look, sure.
Don't cheap out on armor. That's a good way to get yourself killed.
So stupid! So weak!
This is Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. It's 6 o'clock. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
You're gonna help me now, right?
Don't worry. I'm here to rescue you.
Oh my god. Thank you. Let's go.
I don't know how to thank you for that rescue you pulled off.
Just remember that this is all thanks to the Minutemen.
We know. That's why we support the Minutemen. You can always count on us to help out down the road.
Yeah?
"7 p.m. here at Radio Freedom. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts."
I'm not supposed to talk to people I don't know. Well, well. Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all
We
across
need help,
the
Piper.
Commonwealth.
This
Attention
man
all
named
Minutemen.
Kellogg
Super
kidnapped
Mutant
my
attack
son.
reported. Please respond if
But
you
that
can.
wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Whatever you're thinking, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't gonna go quietly the moment I saw him.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
He wasn't gonna talk. Even if I had a way of bringing him in alive.
Gets his brains blown out.
Broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth.
You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
I hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so... who's coming with you?
I have to go to the memory den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
2 a.m. here at Radio Freedom. All quiet here.
It's you and me, Nick.
Let's get going. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
While you two are out, I'm gonna do some more research. I'll be here if you need me.
Even good people do crazy things. When they're scared.
Hey there.
I hope you're here to help.
That's right. What's the trouble here?
Super mutants came through a few days ago.
Uh-huh.
It was only a miracle that we barely held them.
Thanks for agreeing to help.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
I can't believe it. We won. Yeah, we couldn't have done it without your help. The Minutemen came through for us, and we won't forget it.
I'm glad you're here. We've been having some trouble.
Tell me what's going on.
They showed up in force. There were too many of them. They said as long as we know where they're hiding.
Don't worry. I'll take care of them.
Thanks. It'll be a relief not to have to worry about them.
Fucking kids. You're tuned to Radio Freedom,
Man,
voice of the
Fireworks! Let's do this, Metal Man!
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Any Minutemen in the area. There's a settlement that's been raided by super mutants. Please respond if you can help.
Got it.
Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
Hey.
Here's what I've got. Much good at this point. Why do you walk away?
Good afternoon. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, broadcasting across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe out there, everyone.
Hey, you still there?
2 o'clock in the afternoon here at Radio Freedom. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. It's 3 p.m. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe
Let me
out
ask
there.
you something.
Sure, ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power Noodles. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servos and sprockets, just like yours truly. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
Massacre of the CPG? What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hatch. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own, a synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn...
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they sure didn't. I started off doing the... But I guess folks never... Wife runs off with a new paramour. An upset father decides move. After a while, the job... Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things... it took me a long time. That's a long story.
Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
So can we stop worrying about paying tribute to those...
Sure. They won't be bothering you again.
Thanks.
Predators don't scare me.
Abraham.
Hey there, friend. We're in some real trouble.
I'm with the Minutemen. How can I help?
It's these damn greenskins. They take everything they can eat.
Right.
We can't live like this.
I'll take care of those super mutants. I promise.
I hope so. We didn't know what to do.
It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
For you?
You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. Attention, Minutemen. We've just gotten word that the settlement is in trouble. Anyone within range, please respond. a.m. out
get
there.
Where'd you go? Huh?
All quiet. Stay tuned for Minutemen
I'll
alerts.
kill you! You have to come out sooner or you die! I'll find you soon, human! Come out, wherever you are!
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Stay safe, people. Tuned to Radio Freedom. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there.
Someone's coming.
No fight today. Look who it is. Good fight, human! You'll clear. I'm gonna eat your legs when you're dead, human!
It's midnight here at Radio Freedom. Nothing new to report. Keep it tuned here for Minutemen alerts.
You're here! Stop hiding!
You got a thing for...
Nice.
Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Hell no!
Break a sweat. Not that it's an option.
This is Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's 1 a.m. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Hi.
We could really use your help.
Yes, I'm here to help. What's going on?
There's a group of raiders that won't leave us alone, stealing our food and supplies, threatening us if we can't give them what they want. We know where they're coming from, but we can't stand up to them ourselves.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
I hope so. We didn't know what to do.
You're tuned to Radio Freedom. All's quiet across the Commonwealth. Stay safe out there. You're tuned to Radio Freedom, voice of the Minutemen. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen
What the hell was
alerts.
that? Oh, hell no!
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. 5 a.m. All quiet across the country. Stay safe out there.
What the fuck was that?
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report.
Yes.
No sign of him now.
You hear that?
This is bullshit.
You killed him! Fucking hide from me? You're dead!
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
This is gonna be fun!
Huh? Hearing
Disappearing us, huh?
Good morning, Commonwealth. This is Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen.
All day!
Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates. This is Radio Freedom, the voice of the Minutemen. It's 7 a.m. All quiet, which is how we like it.
Oh, someone
Stay
should
safe
make
out
use
there.
of it.
Heads up.
What's the plan?
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates. This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Nothing to report. Keep it tuned here for updates.
Good neighbor. Lowest place in the Commonwealth.
It's 3 p.m.
Not nailed down.
All quiet, which is how we like it.
Brotherhood of
Stay safe out there.
Well, Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Dr. Amari?
Yes?
Wait, I know you. You're in the railroad. What's this all about?
We need your help, Doctor. I need the memories from a man named Kellogg. But he's dead.
I know it's asking for a miracle, Omari. But you've pulled off the impossible before.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Omari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Omari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
You really think this'll work, Nick?
No idea. But we got a missing kid on the line. That's worth the risk.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
A lot of flashes.
4 o'clock.
Static.
You're tuned to Minuteman Radio.
I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
Nothing to report
That's
at the
what
moment.
I was afraid
Stay
of.
tuned for updates.
The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully, it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use 2? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All day, all across the Commonwealth. All's quiet across the Commonwealth.
All right.
Stay safe.
Let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs.
This doesn't seem to be what
I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him.
Another intact
Maybe
memory
at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
There. Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on that petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs.
I found another
and you
memory to try. I'll
weren't
connect you.
there to help them.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe. There was always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. I just took it as part of the job. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. I don't remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to...
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. First synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. First synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that... You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine.
You're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate. Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a... Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never like to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
All computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have a backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that
Wasn't
your
my
son?
idea to settle down with
This
the
appears to
kid
be
in
a
the
very
middle of
recent
Diamond
memory.
City.
So, good news.
I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
It's okay. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Flying over you. It's all over but the cry. And nobody's crying but me.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes. Their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
Nothing. Never mind.
If you say so. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me. But that suit of power armor you've got on might be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
I'm gonna head out on my own from here, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.